Monty Python, the Flying Circus.
Now wait a minute, I know this is a video game, but why the fuck is it you can go and buy skills? You can't do that in real life.
This video brought to you by Purple Grape Drink. Welcome back to the SwigTalk podcast, everybody. It's your boy, MC Swigga. We got Grape Fanta on set, and we are here with a very special guest. The first time doing one outside the U.S., this time in the UK, Great Britain. We got Guru Larry. How's it going, man?
Hello there. It's fine, thank you very much. How's life with you, sir?
It's going fantastic. I'm finally talking to the winner of Channel Awesome Hunger Games. I'm so looking forward to this.
Well, it is a dubious honour for me. the Channel Awesome thing, I mean, not the talking to you.
Alright, well, let's get started with these questions. So, Larry is a game content creator on YouTube. You've been making content for, shit, how long have you been making videos?
Well, I started on YouTube about 2006, but I was just re-uploading videos of fat kids falling off skateboards back then, to try and get views and stuff. But yeah, no, it wasn't. I think it's about a year or two later, 2008, 2009, when I started making proper content, as you consider what I do today, really.
You first started, what would you say was your biggest inspiration to start making videos? Like, everybody up to this point for SwigTalk has always said, like, oh, a nostalgia critic, angry video game nerd. Who was your big inspiration?
I think it was early British gaming TV shows, really. Stuff like Games World and Games Master. It's got a sort of a dry wit about it, and that's sort of got me going as sort of an inspiration. And there was sort of inspirations for people before sort of the internet as well, or early internet. There's a gaming show called Consolevania. That was quite funny in the early days.
Hi. I suppose it's quite fitting, quite apt, the APT. But I'm here, first episode of Consolevania, just about to review a Castlevania game.
And also Sean Baby before videos of YouTube even existed as well. So that's a very, very sort of dry comedic sort of comedy sort of for gaming.
So you started doing YouTube, and before you were doing your proper game reviews and your top 10s and all that kind of stuff, you were doing re-uploads of fail videos of kids falling off skateboards.
Yeah. And cats being angry and that, because, you know, it still works today, but yeah.
Seems like after all these years, cats are still the most popular thing on the internet. Some shit doesn't change.
Yeah.
You started doing reviews and top 10s, and what would you say was your first big, like, attempt at doing that? Like, what was the first review or top 10 that you were like, oh yeah, I want to start off with this. This is my first video.
Well, I was doing a show called Games Yanks Can't Wank before these top 10s and stuff like that, but there was a video I was going to do for it called Games You Never Knew Had Sequels, and it didn't really fit in the narrative of games unreleased in the US, so I put it under a new sort of moniker called Fact Hunt, and it sort of stuck from there, really.
Actually, I got that listed below reviews and top 10s. So, Games Yanks Can't Wank. Where exactly did this come from?
That came from when I was working on Screw Attack back in the day. Yeah, Stuttering Craig. He come up with the title. I don't think he knows what wank meant until I told him. But he thought it sounded good. And it's always a talking point, so it works in his favour, really. So.
And for those who probably don't know, can you explain a little bit of Games Yanks Can't Wank? Like, what was it necessarily about?
Yeah, it was about games that were never released in the US. It was catered towards sort of bizarre UK and European video games, because I think quite a few people covered sort of bizarre Japanese games back then. So I want to do European stuff because nobody else was doing it at the time. So I got quite a few sort of oddities out before everyone else.
Games that Yanks can't wank.
Also brought up Fact Hunt, and that's listed like right below on my list of questions. So, Fact Hunt, that's currently the show you do the most, and you're still doing this one. And I just wanted to say, like, so far, what was one of your favorite episodes of that, and what was the one you were the most proud of with Fact Hunt?
I don't know, really. I mean, I do some I like more than others in that. I think the Drivergate one was quite fun to do, because that was a big event on the early days of the internet that everybody seemed to have forgotten about. So I love bringing up old drama and stuff like that.
Why not prey on magazines' desperation for exclusivity for Driver 3 coverage and offer 2 major magazines copies to review months before everyone else, in return for guaranteed 9 out of 10 scores?
Specifically, just like a video about interesting gaming facts at the moment.
Yeah, sort of anecdotes and stuff like that, sort of funny stories about video game history.
Working with Ashens. So what is it like working with the biggest popular toy reviewer who's actually good, not all those shitty ass toy unboxing channels?
Hey, I have a giant Barbie egg.
Oh my god! Percussive maintenance to the rescue. Give him a slap and he'll sing properly.
It's like an actually legit good channel. What is it like working with Ashens?
He's a pain in the ass, I'm afraid. So no, he's a lovely bloke in real life, and that he's yeah, it's quite funny. He's we sort of work off each other quite a bit. It's quite well, sort of doing. He's very sort of dry. He's a very dry sense of humour.
Get your hands up. Ah! I've told you before.
It's my bloody game!
Only my hands and shot. Don't make me get the whip.
That's the thing I'm noticing with a lot of British people. Like, even when I watch British TV and comedy specials, it's always that dry humour, like those My Python boys. And
I think it's a built-in thing of making fun of yourself, really. Sort of don't take anything too serious. And also, if you know, sort of making fun of yourself and that, nobody else can hurt you either, as well. It's in that sort of sense, I suppose.
Definitely. Like one of my favorite YouTubers at the moment, he's British, Pyrocynical. He has lots of self-deprecating humor, and I think he's fucking hilarious at it.
Nice.
How's it going, everyone? Flashbang here.
After that is movie videos. You've only done a couple of these, and what was the inspiration for these exactly?
I just love well, I was looking through websites and stuff like that about funny things that happen in the background of videos and stuff like that, and you always notice every now and then in a movie you see like the boom mic just come in like that, and yeah, there's sort of those sort of things, and I find them quite fascinating. I think the Ninja Turtles one's the best one though. So.
Okay, wait, what is the Ninja Turtles one? I forgot about this.
Well, there's when every time he opens his mouth, there's like a face inside the tongue, and it's absolutely nightmare fuel.
He tilts his head back to laugh. What the hell is that? There are no words to describe this nightmare fuel of what's going on in Donatello's mouth.
As they went on, they got fucking lazier. Ninja Turtles 3 is still a massive piece of shit.
Yeah, it just wonders what the hell they were doing with that. And they got rid of all the main villains and stuff like that, and had a completely irrelevant story, not related to anything.
It pisses me off when some people say, oh, Ninja Turtles 3 should be called Turtles in Time. No, it should not, because that is insulting to one of the best SNES games of all time, Ninja Turtles in Time. Please do not call Ninja Turtles 3 Turtles in Time. Just don't.
Well, they only go to one place in the third movie as well. They only go to feudal Japan. In Turtles in Time again, they go all over the place, even the future and stuff. So yeah, it's completely wrong.
Yeah.
And the third one was right after.
Kick Scammers, and this is basically a series where you talk about shitty gaming Kickstarters, or maybe non-gaming Kickstarters. What was the inspiration for this? Because I remember for a while on YouTube, talking about shitty Kickstarters was all over the place. Like, iDubbbz started off doing that. Where was the idea for this one exactly?
We just found it quite interesting, some of the horrible stories about people being ripped off in the past and stuff like that, and I think a lot of it was buried in that, and a lot of mainstream press isn't interested in stuff like that for some reason, so it's nice to do stories about that, sort of keep it irrelevant as well. Don't let these scumbags get away with it.
Funniest update video I've ever seen for a crowdfunder, where our idiotic host is showing off his amazing re-edition carts on his custom Famicom, all whilst his cat makes him look even more ridiculous.
My cat. Get out!
Just goes to show how powerful independent media, with content creators online who can talk about this stuff, where it seems like the mainstream news stations, no matter what, seems like they don't want to touch it. That's the beauty of the internet, is that people have the voice to talk about shit like this.
Exactly, yeah. More power to them.
Of all the videos you've made over the years, what would you say you're the one that's you're most proud of, and the one that you go, man, that was such a piece of shit, I can't believe I made that?
Well, my best one, the one I made that changed the rest how I make videos in the future, was one called on a Spectrum game called Don't Buy This, and basically it was about a load of horrible video games the publisher being sent to publish, but they were so bad, and they thought they were so funny they were so bad that they put them all in one game and sold it.
If you're into bad video games, and I don't know why you actually would be, then it's well worth searching the web for a ROM of this game.
And there's a video on that, and because I changed this, and I've done it over Christmas. I've done it over Christmas week because I was so bored about doing anything, so I put this video together and it worked out so well, and how I made it, and that is pretty much influenced the rest of my video making career. So I influenced myself. Talk about being an egotistical douchebag there, really. But yeah.
And because of that video, Guru Larry was born.
I've done some terrible videos. A lot of ones that talk about Atari I'm not too fond of, to be honest. Because I think there's a bit of a cut-off point with people watching my videos. It's before their time. Atari's pretty much before my time. I had a hand-me-down from an older brother having an Atari and that. So I think lots of Atari stuff, I'm trying to cut that out and doing more modern, recent games.
Man, I've never touched Atari because, like, I hear it's good. I hear it's like the granddaddy of gaming, but it's like, all my Swigga game reviews, I've only talked about like SNES and Sega Genesis because that was like the kind of shit that I was growing up with.
Dad didn't have one or anything, an Atari or anything.
No, most of the consoles I had to get was off the street.
Off the street? What kind of town do you live in?
Yeah. I love all my consoles. I love the PS Box Tendo. It's an absolute classic. So, being a part of Channel Awesome after all these years, what was it like?
It was fine. They just left me alone, let me do my own thing. All this drama that come about telling them they can and can't do that, I never got that.
We joked about this several times on the podcast, but it's like, after all this time, you've stayed around for the memes, and God bless you for going along with these memes and staying as amazing as you are, Larry.
Oh, thank you. I just thought it'd be fun to be the last guy left on the website, and I'd have to be fired.
I did a podcast with a guy called Cinephile Studios, and we was talking about potential guests on the show, and Pan Pizza was one of them, and we got Pan on the podcast, like I think next episode after that, so that was awesome.
Yeah, I've been on his podcast as well.
Guru Larry.
Yes, we have a guest here today.
Oh.
We also said, like, oh yeah, it'd be great to have Guru Larry on at some point. Now, look, here we are.
Yeah, he could have done it a year ago when it was relevant, but, I was just like Milton from Office Space on there that everybody forgot I was there. And, it's just pushing me into the background and stuff like that. So, but they didn't take my stapler.
Well, speaking of CA, are there any people that you're still buddies with after all these years of working with them?
Yeah, all the Brits on the site, I still speak to them on a regular basis. Mike Jevons, I speak to him quite a bit and stuff like that. And a lot of the other people I do. So I'm quite friends with everybody who I was friends with on there.
That's good. It's funny you bring up Mike, because I actually did message him to see if he wanted to be on the podcast at some point, and he didn't get back to me, but as of now, that would be fucking sweet to have another Brit, because so far I'm loving this. This is great, we are bridging the gap. We are bringing Americans and the Brits together, and we are binding harmony between our countries.
Excellent, yes. We don't have to evade you this time, so.
Shit. Oh, man. Alright, well, might as well get on to the last point. This is the wrap-up. Upcoming projects and shout-outs to social media. So, if you have any upcoming videos you want to let people know about and shout out your social medias, you can...
Actually, my next Fact Hunt video is about games that had to be changed because the publisher thought Americans are stupid. I think the one I've mentioned previously that's in the video is Lara Croft was originally called Laura Croft, and they had to rename her to Lara Croft because they thought Americans can't pronounce the word Laura.
Oh my god. It's like when, I love it, it's like when I saw how it was a video where it was like British people saying banana versus Americans saying banana. We say banana, and British people say banana.
Banana.
Oh, I forgot about those. That was pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got like the little warp.
You don't say banana, you say banana.
It's like, it doesn't really matter. It's the old potato, tomato. It doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly. No, it's just, you know what it is we're talking about, so that's all it is. It's, you get loads of people saying how do you pronounce vase and vase and stuff like that, so that's even in the same country how you pronounce stuff like that.
Social medias you want to shout out?
No, fuck it. No, I'm not going to do any. Fuck you. You can Google me yourself, you lazy bastards.
That's going to definitely go in the link in the description. We're going to put Larry's YouTube channel, and then after that we're just going to put www.google.com. You can Google Larry yourself. This is the most I've laughed at SwigTalk.
Fucking Fucking Google it, you wankers. So,
All right, well, there you go. That's this episode of SwigTalk. Thank you so much, Larry, for being on this. You were a great sport. And
it's quite alright. I'm getting paid for this, aren't I?
Oh, absolutely. Don't worry. I'll get my guy to hook us up.
Excellent.
Anyway, y'all, thank you for checking out this month's SwigTalk. As for upcoming videos, I did the Wario retrospective like a couple days ago, and I'm gonna do another game review in December. I'm not sure what the game is. It's some shitty Christmas game on, I think, PlayStation.
Santa Claus Saves the Earth.
I hear that one's bad, but it's not that one. It looks like it though. It's Santa Claus versus Satan.
What? Days before Christmas.
Oh shit! I think that's it. Oh shit, I'm looking forward to playing that just to see if it's going to be shitty or not, so we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, once again, thank you, Larry, for coming on SwigTalk.
You're welcome. Thank you. Can I? No, that's it. No, that's it. Can we go now? Fuck off.
We're going to go now. Video's over. Fuck it. We're done.
Yeah, bye.
Fuck it. We'll do it live!
This thing sucks!
Hashtag King Guru Larry. All right, hashtag King Guru Larry, y'all. Peace.